What it do? Yo, man, listen. Today, I'm gonna be talking about the machines of war in a really fast video. This is a very fast video. I'm gonna give my thoughts on all three of the machines of war. And yeah, let's get right into the video. First things first, the lowest hanging fruit, the guard machine of war is not good. You do so much damage with the extra row comp that you doing like 1,000 more damage or a couple thousand more damage, it really doesn't matter. The initial impression was that, oh, there's going to be LD and you're going to summon your guardsmen in next to Calgar, so that way they get the Calgar buff and then there's the LD buff. Truth be told, Eggstore Row is the best thing to use in the game, so this combo doesn't really matter. Row already does like millions of damage to guild raid bosses. A little bit really doesn't help compared to what the other machines will provide. The only use that I think this thing has is if you're fighting against it in arena, you can just farm a lot of kills or ability kills, and that's about it, unfortunately. Next, the Forge Fiend. Shocker, I picked this character because it looks cool. It looks like a cool Chaos Doggo. It's not very great. I'm leveling up the abilities right now. I think I'm at level 37 on his free ability, and it does like 1500 damage base, all three hits combined, right? So it doesn't add too much damage. Bosses move a lot, right? It's this weird situation where I like him. I think he looks cool, but he doesn't really add too much. You can say, oh, Draupnir, I pick him because his free ability makes it so Ahriman gets flames, and I feel you. That makes a lot of sense. However, we don't use Ahriman. He's just been power crept by row teams, unfortunately. So this thing is really not top tier. But then again, I picked him because he looks coolest, right? I made a whole video about like I'm gonna pick this character because it looks cool. And speaking of that video, it's a very somber mood if you can tell from my voice. Perhaps I was a little too harsh on you, little one. Uh, the Biovore is right now, for guild raid purposes, one of the best machines of war because he is very good in manipulating bosses. He's very useful when it comes to fighting the Silent King. If you don't level up the Spore Mines very high, the Silent King can kill them, and then he prioritizes that. He also prioritizes killing things on barbed wire so you can bait out the Silent King. You can lock bosses by using the active ability and summoning 3 Spore Mines next to the boss so you can prevent movement. There are a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of versatility in fighting against Mortarion. You can summon one of the Spore Mines in a spot to force out his Miasma attack and whatnot. And, he's very good because of the fact that he's pure utility. His damage is like whatever. It's cool, I guess. But he's pure utility to the point that you don't have to level him up. A Spore Mine is useful even at level 1 compared to the Forge Fiend's damage, which doesn't, add anything. For example, the Forge Fiend, you really have to commit a lot of resources to get something back from it. And the Marius, like the Field battery, it's not very good. So this one, the Biowar, is the best, and it is the best because you don't really have to invest in it. His usefulness comes from the fact that he's designed in such a good way that, say you're a free-to-play player, you just get the Machine of War, you get this thing, and you're good. You don't need to level it up. I mean, if you want, you can. It'll help you out, sure, but you don't have to. Now, speaking of this, right, in the future, because the second event is over, we're gonna get the third event 5 weeks from now. Essentially, that was the, oh my goodness, I'm blank on the word. No, no, but the brain worms are getting to me. That was the schedule we were given. I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm the best editor on YouTube, of course. I'm not gonna edit it out, of course, of course, of course. But what I'm saying is, in 5 weeks or a similar amount of time, we're gonna get the third event. And what should you do? Personally, I know I'm gonna go for the Biowar. It's very good. However, I want to put an asterisk in that recommendation because they said we're getting a new Machine of War at that time, right? They said we're releasing a Machine of War every 10 weeks or something like that. I don't know. It's one of the explainers. You can check out on the Discord server. And my assumption is that the next machine of war will be stronger than the previous three to incentivize people to get it, right? So maybe that one will be better. But my opinion, what I will do as someone who's chosen the Forge Fiend 2 times, I'm either gonna go the Biovore for pure utility and not spend a lot of resources on it, or what I'll do is I will maybe get the newer one, depending on if it power creeps everything else. Anyways, Bloody Rose Discord server. The link to join is in the description. I have my own channel. It's called Draupnir Gang. Just say, Draupnir Gang when you join. I really appreciate it. It's a fun place. We help a lot of people. A couple of people I'm joining. It's a very, I appreciate it. Also, thank you very much for watching my video. I genuinely appreciate you doing so. Special thanks to Diesel Fox, Papa John, Lita Llama, Sarp, Heartswept, Askeleon, and Yeris for entering my refer friend code. I appreciate you supporting me in that way. I also want to shout out to Flenser for making this Draupnir image on the right side of the screen that you see. Totally, I'm just that cool. I'm just that cool. Anyways, once again, thank you very much. Have a good day and stay safe.